Alright everyone, today I'm going to be telling you the story of how I became a sneakerhead. So to start off, I'd like to say that I've always appreciated a lot of different sneakers, but I can never really bring myself to buy any because they're typically very expensive. I'm the type of guy who likes to look for deals, so spending $150 plus on shoes, it's kinda hard for me. But sometimes I would browse the sneakers app to try and get some shoes, and I would try to resell them. I never really have much luck with this, and typically the resale value for most of the shoes that I would get wouldn't be very much anyway. So the sneakers app is an app from Nike. On this app, Nike releases the newest drops for shoes. One day while I was scrolling through the app, I came across a beautiful pair of Jordan 5s. They were called the Raging Bull or the Toro Bravo. They were so beautiful, and they were just calling my name. They were this beautiful red color. Like I said before, I wasn't typically into buying a lot of shoes, and these shoes were actually $190, but they were just so nice. Something about them was just calling my name, so I had to get them. They were releasing over the weekend, so I made sure to set reminders on my phone. I also checked the military store the morning of the drop because I had heard that sometimes they get drops there. I arrived at the military store first thing in the morning. I asked them if they had received any shoes, and I also looked through the shoe shelves to make sure, but they said that they didn't get any. Later in the day, I went on the sneakers app to try and shoot my shot, and of course, I did not get them. After they sold out, I was pretty bummed. I checked this other app called StockX, which is what I use to see what shoes are valued at. These particular shoes were going for about $250 or even higher. I couldn't bring myself to spend that much, so I kind of just shrugged and said, oh well, what can you do? I couldn't stop thinking about the shoes though. I thought about them a lot and I kept checking the prices to see if they'd go down. Sure enough, they didn't. About 3 weeks later, I went out to eat lunch with some of my coworkers. On the way back to work, one of my coworkers said that they had to stop at the military store to get some paper plates. We all got off of the car and I went into the shoe section. And you're not going to believe what happened next. The shoes that I've been wanting were right there. They were right in front of my face. There was no denying it. They were there, and I could grab them if I wanted to. But I stood in shock because I couldn't believe my eyes. There was only about 4 left. Another person grabbed one, so I made sure to grab my size and then an extra one. I wasn't even thinking. I just grabbed them and I took them straight to the cash register. As soon as I left the store, I realized that they were actually cheaper than retail price. They were $150 as opposed to $190. And on top of that, the military base does everything tax-free. As soon as I could, I posted the extra shoes on Facebook Marketplace and on OfferUp, and they sold within the day. After I sold them, it was like I paid $40 for my shoes. I'm still in shock that I found the shoes there 3 weeks after they were released. What were the odds of that? I just barely showed up there for no reason. It was just meant to be. The sneaker gods must have been looking after me that day because they knew I needed to be blessed with these Jordan 5 Raging Bulls.